We're down here at the river again, and we're coming down here to pick something up, but I don't know exactly what it is. Let's get down over this hill, but I know it's here. If he wasn't lying. This isn't going to be much of an edited video. We'll just walk on up through here. We don't fall down. Wow, the water's low. Look here where we were sifting last time. We better check this out real quick. If we ever get the water to go right up in there and rinse that stuff off, hit all the way down through here, we might have something. I'm not seeing anything right offhand here. We'll come back another time, maybe this week when it rinses off, this weekend or something. Check that out. There's a good wash here. You never know. I found them just laying flat out on the top. Let's go up here and see if we can find this treasure. If you're new here and you're wondering what's going on, my buddy Rocky, well, a few weeks ago, or it's been longer than that, early in the summer, time's flying, my buddy Rocky slept in because he stayed out late. And I got up early and I went to the creek and I found that obsidian point. Oh, was he jealous, man. Ever since then, he's been getting up at the crack of dawn every time he goes looking. No evening hunts, everything, crack of dawn. So he calls me the other morning. He was going down to visit family with his brother, I think. And he calls me of the morning about 10 o'clock and he says, hey, I got something down here at the honey hole and I need you to come down because I forgot my camera and I don't want to pull it out of the dirt without filming it. I couldn't get down there right away. So he's been texting me, please go down there before somebody finds that. Oh, got some footprints here. Somebody been in here today. I hope the heck they didn't find Rocky's treasure. But anyway, he's got something up here and he want me to go check it out. Hopefully we can find it. He said he marked it with a stick and a bottle, whatever that means. Stick and a bottle. So look for a stick and a bottle. Oh yeah, that's gonna help. Down here. Yeah, we'll give it a look, see. A lot of grass and stuff washed up on these beaches now. It's a mess down here. It's all grown up. Well, we've pulled a lot of stuff out right here around these two pipes. That's where we had one of the best videos ever, right there. You can see up here, it's all grown up with weeds, though. Waiting on that winter time for all this stuff to die off. Somebody's been down here sifting. I can always tell because I see a pile of their tailings right here and clay sticking up. That ain't an arrowhead, is it? That's just a flake of flint, but it looked like a triangle laying there. Yeah, I come down here and look through these piles where people sift once in a while. Sometimes they leave the small stuff through the screen. See all this grass? That's messed up. It's almost impossible to surface hunt. I forgot to tell you this one. I got one to tell you. I forgot to tell you this one. Rocky Even he gets up in the morning, he couldn't surface hunt because of all the grass. And he was complaining about it. So he says, I'm going up on the bank high, and I'm going to surface hunt the banks where there's no weeds and junk. Well, there's all kinds of weeds, and little did he know, it's full of poison ivy. He has got poison ivy swelled all down the side of his face into his neck right here. He had to go to the doctor, get a shot. That stuff doesn't bother me very much. I get it a little bit between my fingers or on the inside of my arms. Other than that, it doesn't bother me much. This is hard navigating through this stuff. Yeah, this is pretty much impossible to surface hunt right now. All this grass. I mean, you can look out here in the water where it's thinned down some and have a possibility of finding something. Wow, there's a tire or something right there. We're gonna have to dig around that. It just got exposed. I never even saw that tire before. It's been under there a long time. We'll dig that out sometime. Man, there's been so many artifacts recovered out of this beach. It's probably about, I'm gonna say 200 or 300 meters long. And it's all flat fields, really high flat fields above there. So a lot of stuff got lost and is getting eroded right out of the edge of this field every time it floods. You know, I think a lot of these points were dropped around the home because those villages, you know, they were there a long time. But another thing I was thinking of, these big floods, like the one we had last winter, it didn't even get high enough to get into that field. I think the last time it got high enough to get up into this field was 1936, the big flood. You know, and these people probably weren't expecting a flood. They never saw a flood before. And it started coming up higher and higher. They grabbed what they could and headed up on the mountain till it receded. And when they came back, it probably had about 12 inches of that fluff, soot, mud on top of it and lost everything that they left behind. I think that's another big reason that a lot of stuff got lost down here in these village sites. See, somebody been here, they flipped that rock out. Checking for nutting stones, cup stones. Right here's a whole campfire stone. Like I was telling you, usually they're busted up in little tiny pieces. Here's pretty much a whole one right here. It's all red and fired. It probably didn't get fired enough to get brittle enough to crack into little pieces like that. You can definitely tell somebody been here. Look at the footprints. They filled all in with grass. Can't hide that. Rocky said it was up here around this undercut slip that we looked at that time. Well, here's some bottles. Here's a stick in a bottle. And there's a bottle. I hope that ain't a fabulous item. He said it's sticking out of the bank. What's that? Piece of foam. I don't see anything. Maybe all these leaves are covering it. It hasn't rained, so I know it hadn't moved. Wherever he found it. I'm gonna have to call him real quick because I don't see it right here. I found the one with the blue cap. It's right there. Oh, okay. All right. I think I see it. Hold on, I'll call you back. I'll call you tonight. I think I see it. He says it's the bottle with the blue cap, not that one. And the stick is pointing at it up on the bank. Okay. Well, we got the stick here pointing right up there. And he said that he disguised it or decoyed it with a large fired camp stone. But it's not really large, but it's melon sized. Got to be right here. I see the stone. Yeah, see, that's out of place. Rocky set it on top of these leaves. It definitely wouldn't be on top of leaves. So that's Rocky marker. Come on, Rock, where you at, buddy? He said it was sticking right out here. Get the dang vines out of here. The rock was right there. Oh, I see something. I see it. I see what he's talking about. Look at this. There's something sticking out right there. The tip of something. Let's dig this out of here. Let me get a stick here. Not a cane weed. Something a little more stout. There we go. Oh, Rocky, you did well. You did well. Let's wash this off. Oh, you did well, Rocky. Get in the sun. Oh, Rock, you did well, buddy. I guess all that poison ivy was worth it. Oh, that's a dandy. Look at this. Oh, very nice. It's a big sandy. It's sharpened way down. Look at that very early base on that thing. Oh my goodness. It's all there though. Very nice one. Some of these things can be 10,000 years old, these big sandies. Beautiful piece for the collection right there. Very nice. Got a little, suffered a little chipping right there in the side and the base. That's a nice one though. Big sandy. I don't see nothing else in here. Have to wait for another big rain. Last time we were here, I went up and I showed you that undercut up there. Well, a fellow in the comments pointed out a campfire that was coming out of the bank there that you could visibly see a little bit. I'm gonna take you up there and point that out for you. See if we can get up over this bank. These vines are taking over. Oh. Whoa. It was up in here somewhere. You could see right here some stones coming out. I think it was right here. And these stones, these hard stones, what is that? Wow, that looks, let me get that out of there. There's something right there. It looks like a pretty smooth stone. I don't know. This dirt's like concrete. And these stones, they come right out of these fire pits, these hard stones. Wow, it definitely looks smooth on that one side. It's got a little flat place, but it's just a broken stone. Right here's more. Right here's the fire pit. It's got this, get this root out of the way here. You can barely see it. It's faint, but it's here. See, there's a stone coming out. Here's some stones coming out here. They're in there like concrete. And there's little chips of, what is that? Let me put my spectacles on here. There's little orange, I bet that's pottery. I bet that's pottery pieces right there. Wow. I'm gonna have to come down here sometime with a little trowel, maybe just chip some of this stuff away and see if there's anything nice in there. But I can't see much. Right there's some charcoal. There, you can see that charcoal black. There's not much left of it. It may have been just a small pit, you know. May have just been a small one. Didn't have many coals built up. You could see in there all that dirt collapsing out where that water, that flood undercut this bank. There's probably stuff in there, but it'll take I don't know how long before the flood gets up that high. Might be another 20 years. I guess you could come sift that, but I don't know how you'd get it down off of this hill. Ugh. Let me get back off of here. Ooh. I almost ate it, but I didn't fall. Yeah, you find one, you look around for more, get your heart beating. We could probably bring the scooper sifter down after it rains a little bit, because that stuff's kind of hard, and I don't know if it would cut through that or drag through it. But when it rains, maybe we'll bring the scooper sifter down right where that was found and kind of skim some of this off that has slipped out of that bank. Here's that rock we just pulled out up there. It's nothing but a hammering stone. You can see on the end, it's all where it's all beat up and pecked up. But it's broken in half. Probably was just a hammering stone. What we ought to do, we ought to tell Rocky, hey, we pulled it, Rocky, but it was just a tip, broken tip. Sorry, buddy. But look what we found, Rock. That would be funny. But he'll watch the video. He'll know. He's got to get credit for that one. He's on the ball. He does have a sharp eye, I will say that. He does have a sharp eye and a face full of poison ivy. You come back now.